that's kind of in reach, a little bit of a reach behind me, is my towel. You've seen it hanging on that hook. There's no... Are you on? Okay, there's no reason I should have the towel hanging on the hook. It's dry, it's clean, I just washed it, and I use towels. I mean, I usually wash it right after I take a shower at the Pride yard, so it's clean. So I just hang it up. I don't know why. I think it's so I could reach it at times like this. I'm just showing you. I don't know. I have no idea what you guys are looking for, so I'm showing you every little detail, and it could be boring you, but it's okay. Probably talking about boring you is boring you more than anything. Okay, roll up the windows for a second. So sometimes, you know, that's just the way it happens. I'm traveling north, the sun is setting in the west. I took the camera off of that holder for now because I'll put it up in a minute. Sorry, this is jumping around maybe. Hi, here I am going north on I-5. Hi truckers, lots of trucks coming in the other direction. Plenty of space between me and the truck in front of me. Yeah, I love it. I don't know. I can't describe why I love it so much, but I do. And every once in a while, a Pride truck will come by and I flash them and wave, and they put their arms up. That wasn't Pride. I thought it might be. So anyway, the sun's coming in, and even though it's a window, it's still kind of hot, and I think it still kind of gives me a bit of a sunburn. I have sunscreen on my arm here on the left, but it still feels like it's burning my arm instead of, you know, or just too much sun, even though it's coming through the window. And I don't think it's legal to put anything on the window to shade the sun, or maybe more tinted glass or something on the side windows. My minivan had tinted glass on the side. I was wondering if if it's legal for the trucks to have tinted glass on the side. Maybe not. But it would be nice because the sun comes in on the left often when you're going north and the sun is setting in the west. And I get it all over my arm. So I just brought the towel down. I just have this towel I had from jail. I bought it in Nashville. It's my Nashville jail towel. When you're in Nashville, you have to actually buy your towel. So, and I didn't mind because now I have a towel. It's great for traveling, and it's very light. It's not a thick towel, but I like light towels for traveling because they dry very easily and they're light. So this is my towel, and I put it over my arm so that I could drive and not burn my arm. I don't know. That's all. It's still August. I mean, you're going to hear from me by tonight. It's still just August 7th. We're only 2 days into this thing. All right. Oh, I'm sorry you're getting the sun in. I'm sorry if you're getting the sun in the camera. Talk to you later. Oh, I know what I forgot last time. I had my burrito. I bought this burrito and stuck it in the truck until I finished dropping and hooking everything. And then while I was driving, I thought I'd eat half the burrito. It was a huge burrito. But I guess I was hungry, so I ended up eating the whole thing. It was delicious. It was just bean and beef and cheese and rice and whatever. You know, I'm not a picky eater, so I might not be the best person because I'm not a prima donna. I might not be the best person to do this, but whatever. I'm not a prima donna, and I'm not that picky of an eater. But I do, you know, I'll try to eat healthy if I can and try to have the 4 major food groups: your meat group, your fruit group, your vegetable group, and your bread and cereal group. Bread and cereal is easy. You get so much of that in the daytime. I don't even have to think about it. But I do have to think about meat, and that's why I like eggs, because that's the protein and meat group, and I try to eat eggs if I can, or have meat in my burrito, or even beans are good. That's kind of protein. I'm not a vegetarian, but you know, I know that, at least I know that beans can be very healthy for you, so I like to eat a lot of beans and meat. Cheese is good protein, and milk. Oh, when I give a tour in the back, I'll do that later. It's very important that I didn't show you when I close my curtains that the back bunk back there be very dark. I was going to tell you about that. I'm kind of an experimenter, and one time, I'm not experimenting, but I try to figure out why I'm cramping up. Like I had some really bad leg cramps for a couple of days a while back when I was working at night and sleeping during the day, and I didn't pay attention to making it dark where I was sleeping, and I think I was missing vitamin D. Like I don't know too much about vitamin D, but I think that you get some sunlight in the daytime, but vitamin D also needs darkness at night when you sleep. You just need darkness at night when you're asleep. Like if you fall asleep and you with the computer in your face, or you know what? I used to get the same cramps, and also not just cramps, but this twitching stuff when I would fall asleep with the TV on back in college, and I never connected the two. But I think if you have a computer light in your face, or a TV light in your face, or a night light, or sunlight, if you're sleeping during the day and it's not dark, I think it tends to mess up certain parts of your metabolism. And I think it has to do with vitamin D, production. Somebody told me that once, and I kind of believe it. I don't know too much about it, but so now I've convinced myself, because since that time I learned to just make sure that if I'm sleeping in the day that it's very dark, or I'm covered over at least, or have a blanket over my head or something going on to cover my face and most of my arms and keep it dark and keep my skin out of the light, and all that stuff goes away. The cramps went away, and so I thought that was important part of the trucking is my sleeping. If I'm sleeping in the daytime, I make really certain that those curtains are shut very tightly and that there's not very much light getting in, so that I am sleeping in the dark. Because I also went to my chiropractor recently. I wasn't paying attention to that. I mean, I'm just saying that now because I wasn't paying attention again. That was like a few years ago when that happened, and I remembered it. But now I forgot about it, and I'm just sleeping in the day for a while. And I went to my chiropractor, and he says, "What's this on your neck?" It's like my thyroids were really swelled up. And I was going, "Oh my God, what is that?" It didn't hurt, and it was removed from the, you can move it around, so it's not like a cancerous lump, or, you never know though. You don't want your thyroid swelling up very often. That's not good news either way. And then I thought about it, and I thought, this could be the vitamin D, because my legs were also cramping a little bit, like a couple weeks ago. And I'm not talking the cramps that you get like when you're pregnant and you have calcium deficiency. That's different. Or when when you're dehydrated. I know what that is. You drink a lot of water, get some iron and calcium in you, and those are okay. These were serious leg cramps, and they started again a couple of weeks ago. Like I said, I'm not starting this. Like, they don't go away when you walk on it. They don't go away when you drink water. They don't go away when you eat calcium or iron. There's really bad leg cramps, like super painful. So I didn't want those again. And I was getting them last week, and it was at the same time as this bump stuff. So he said, come in 2 weeks and see me, and if they're, you might want to have that checked out by a doctor if they're not gone in a month or whatever. But what I did, I said, could it be like lack of, I'm going to tell him next time I see him, my vitamin D theory. Or just not my vitamin D, and getting sleep in getting sleep in as much darkness as possible, away from sunlight, away from any kind of light. All right, so that's my trucker story for now. Is this curtain right here is very important. When you draw it, to draw it all the way and make sure it's dark when you're sleeping, even in the daytime. That's my tip for today, and that's what I did. And my little lumps on both sides went down right away. I just had about 3 or 4 good nights of sleep, daytime or nighttime, whatever it was, in the complete dark, and they just swelled right back down, and there's nothing there now, and it's fine. And my cramps went away in my legs. I'm talking like leg cramps. And so I think that's what it is. It's just important to, when you're a trucker or when you're anybody, to make sure you don't fall asleep with the computer in your face or the TV on in your face, or you fall asleep and where you sleep it's dark, very dark. It's better for you. It's just a health thing. So you can continue that habit in the truck if you have these curtains. And I also have I have that window shade that keeps the sun out, sort of, but it doesn't keep the light out, and it's not, it keeps the heat out enough. But in addition to that, I'm talking about these curtains that I have back here that I draw all the way. So when I gave you a tour of my truck, I didn't show the curtains. That's all. Okay, the end. I'm going to buy a new video card. It's going to be whatever. I don't mind. And if I'm not giving you what you need, I don't mind you not paying me. I know it's crazy, but I'm having such a blast, and I appreciate you thinking of me, and I appreciate you giving me the idea to have a permanent webcam attached. And I'm not going to attach it to my window because I use the window. I'm going to attach it to the center of the truck and feed it into a website somewhere so the kids can log on anytime. But let me finish this project, and I'll have a 24-hour webcam or something like that, where I constantly, where I could talk, I guess. I don't know how to get the audio on. I'll figure it out. No frets. We'll figure it out. Okay, ta-ta. Until tonight. Bye. We're, let me see. Okay, fuel efficiency is, I haven't checked it, 8.7. That's what I'm talking about! 8.7 miles per gallon. Because my tandems are illegal. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, if I were stopped right now, they could give me a ticket. Because my tandems are not up to California standards. Yet, I'm getting better fuel efficiency than every single truck on this road. 36,000 pounds isn't, it's kind of medium heavy. It's not, I'm usually 40,000 and above is considered pretty heavy. This is medium heavy, but it's still pretty darn heavy. And 8.7 miles per gallon is pretty darn good. I mean, I did a little bit of bobtailing, which will bring your average up, but that was just a, you know, whatever. That wasn't too far. This is now at almost 400 miles at 8.7. It's holding at 8.7. That's what I'm talking about. So it's worth it. We'll see. I mean, I have a few scales to pass. It's still daylight. I still have a couple hundred miles to go before I get the heck out of California. And when I leave California, the first thing I'm going to do when I get on the other side, or if I stop tonight, is move my tandems even further. They can go 2 more notches. I'm kind of compromising right now. If I put the tandems all the way back, it kind of looks a little bit obvious. So I'm kind of like, you know, trying to do a little bit of a compromise and move them up a little bit, so it's not like I'm really, you know, going to the California CHP the way I did when I got my ticket. They were way back, you know, and I got that ticket, and I'm going to fight that ticket, as I said. But yeah, 8.7 miles per gallon. Read them and weep. I'm at 8.0 on the month average with 2,000 miles this month so far since August 1st. 8.0 is not bad. I mean, I'll take that. I mean, that's wonderful fuel efficiency. And that's with a heavy load coming over from, you know, it's everything. Ta-ta! Bye-bye. Oh, I just wanted to show my arm thing again. See there? All protected. Bye! Boop, boop.